Hey everyone, a happy Friday evening to one and all, and greetings from the GDSC Reva University. So today we are gathered here to discuss about two major events that are coming up by Google, one of which is the Solutions Challenge and the other is Hashcode. So the first set of presentations would consist of what Solution Challenge is all about, and then later my friend Deeksha will be telling you what Hashcode is all about. So let's get started. Next slide. All right. So as I told, the first set will consist all about solution challenge. So everything you need to know, like the guidelines, the prizes, the judging criteria, the technologies you need to use, how you can take part in it, and what are the benefits that you gain out of it. Next slide. All right. So I'm Adarsh Nair, and I'll be taking you through all about solution challenge. So let's get started with solution challenge. All right. So today we will be discussing these topics of solution challenge because you'll all be wondering what it is and how do you take part in it and what are the outcomes you get out of it. So we'll be talking about the overview. We'll show you some videos to get you motivated. We have some prizes, the judging criteria, and you'll all have some FAQs that need to be answered, which we will be answering at the end. So let's move ahead. All right. The very first question that comes to your mind for people who don't know, what exactly is solution challenge? So you need to know what solution challenge is in order to have a clear mindset as to if you want to take part in it or not. So let's know what Google's solution challenge is all about. Next slide. All right. So for those who don't know, the United Nations in 2015 have brought down 17 sustainable development goals. And they say that these are to be achieved by 2030. And now what Google does is they give you these 17 sustainable goals where you can choose any one of your choice and build up a solution to it. Now that exactly is what Solution Challenge is all about, where students around the world group together, come in teams and build up a solution to any one of these 17 problems. So I'll just give you a minute to take a screenshot of the slide where you will have the knowledge of all these 17 problems where you can choose from later. We'll also be playing you one of these videos, the Sustainable Development Goals, just so you know what Solution Challenge is all about and what are the problems that you need to tackle. Or we'll take a look at one of the videos now. All right, we'll come back to that later. So now let's talk about prizes. Before you want to know what you're doing in Solution Challenge, you would want to know what you get out of it. Only if you have a goal set, or if only if you know what you can achieve if you participate. That's what all this is about, right? So the prizes is one. Let me tell you again. Participating in the contest is far greater than actually winning. And even if you win, we have three categories here. Let's say you have teamed up with someone and you've come up with a solution. So the first thing, if you're selected in the top 50 teams, let's say people are interested in your solution and you want to take it forward. So then you would receive the customized mentorship from the Googlers and expert. And if they see a potential in your particular project or your solution, then they would ask you to go ahead with it. And then we have 10 finalists. So 10 of you would be 10 of the teams would be selected around the world to take part in the finals. And once you are in the finals, you'll already be having a mentorship. So either you win or not, your project is already considered and you can actually go ahead with your project. And then you'll also get 1 year free subscription of Pluralsight. So Pluralsight, if you don't know, is a very good resource for you to learn all the latest technologies, and it's provided for free. And then you also have the opportunities. Now, this is very important. You have the opportunity to show Googlers around the world and the developers who are experts in certain domains your project. And if they like it, they would surely ask you to go ahead with it, and you would get exclusive mentorship from them. And then we have top 3 winners. These 3 winners would be receiving a Chromebook, and you'll also be one of those selected people who can have a chat with the Google executive or feature in the Google developers blog. This is a huge thing. Now that we know what you're actually competing for, let's move ahead and see how you can actually do it and what the framework is all about. Right. So the solutions framework. How do you go about solutions challenge? Now, the first thing that you need to do is identify a problem. Since I told we have 17 sustainable problems that you need to bring a solution for. So you take one of those problems, that is where you identify a problem, and then you identify a solution. Let's say that you are not well versed in the technology domain, but you have a very good solution to put up in front of the judges. Now go ahead with it, because here in the where we later on move to the judging criteria, where you can see that your idea has given greater importance than your technological aspects of your project. And the third thing would be designing your interface. This is where you actually come up with something that is that you can show to people around the world. Let's say you have a solution that you've come up with, and you want to show it to people. So the presentation is key here, and that matters a lot. And then last comes the technology. Let's move ahead. Let's go to the judging criteria next. All right, so this is very important. You can all take a screenshot of it, because this is what your project is judged upon. So let's come to the left-hand side of it. So the first thing is your impact. So because these problems that we are actually finding solutions for is an issue faced by everyone in the world, and we need to save our planet moving to the future. So the impact you have on your solution is given greater importance than the technology you use, because eventually, if we have a solid floor plan to securing our environment, then we will come up with a solution. We will come up with the technological aspects to it and build a solution later on. So the impact consists of 60 points. These are the questions that you need to find the answer for. And then comes the technological aspect, which consists of 40 points. So I'd strongly recommend you to take a screenshot of it, because this is very important for future. All right, now let's move to the next slide. Right. So this is how solution challenge timeline for the year 2021 looks like. It's virtual, provided that the environment we are in as of now. So first thing is for you to get started. How do you get started? The very first thing is to join a DSE. So because we have a GDSC in Reva University, you can join our chapter we have already shared the links in the community groups where you can join in as a chapter member. That would be the first thing that you need to do, because otherwise you will not be able to take part in the solution challenge. And then secondly would be to register in the 2021 solution challenge by submitting the form. So we have been circulating the forms, and you may have to fill it in order to let know that you are actually taking part in solution challenge. And let me also tell you one more thing, that let's say you're a team of 4 to 5. Let's say you're a team of 3 to 4. 4 is maximum. All 4 of you will have to register and submit the form. You cannot, any one teammate of that particular group cannot do it. Everyone needs to register individually and then form a team and then work on your project. Designing and building is also identifying a solution, coming up with your technology aspects, testing your solution. And then when it comes to submission and judging, this is where how important your project is will come into picture. So you need to know how to present it in front of the judges, because the judging will be totally based upon it. So you need to have a clear picture of what you're trying to solve, and you need to have a very good solution to it in order to show in front of all the people around the world. So you can just make a note of the timeline so that you don't miss out on anything. All these information will also be available in our REVA University website. I'll just share the link in the next slide. Right. So you can join in as a chapter. You can join us as a chapter member. This would be your first step. You can go to the REVA University page and join us there. All right, next slide. Right. So this, in order to get you started with, in order to get you comfortable with Solution Challenge and to motivate you to do better in Solution Challenge, we have something planned from next week, from next month. So our timeline, this is the timeline that we are following in REVA University. So the first thing is the info session that we are currently going through. And then we have planned a hackathon for you all on 12th and 13th of March. Please don't forget the dates. So this is where you can form teams of 3 to 4 and come up. We would highly recommend you to come choose something out of those 17 sustainable problems. That is the only way you can actually be eligible for the judging criteria. So you will also be designing a solution. We will be helping you throughout, but it will be a hackathon, which is conducted on 12th and 13th of March. It will be part of your solutions challenge. And later on, after that, around 3rd or 4th week of March, we have a whole set of technical workshops here for you. Because we understand majority of you are from first and second years, and you may or may not have enough idea about a particular domain. Or let's say you want to explore another domain and know more about it. Don't worry, we are here. We have team members and core members who are very good at and proficient at their various domains, and they are here to help you out in anything you need. So we have technical workshops planned out, which varies from cloud, Android, machine learning, Flutter, Google Assistant, and many other things here to come. So if you're new to GDSE and don't know how we work through, so these are the previous held workshops. So last year we had a whole lot happening. Most of everything was virtual, but we enjoyed throughout. So if you want to know, if you want to have a recap about what we did last year, you can visit our YouTube channel where you can go through all the videos, how we conducted Hacktoberfest, our website launch, our GDSE info session, REVA Hack being our annual hackathon, and many more. And we also have a lot planned throughout this annual year. Let's move to the next slide. All right, so these are a few videos you can go through just to have a better understanding about the solution challenge or the sustainable development goals, and then how you can build a project walkthrough. All these are available on YouTube, and you can feel free to go there and check it out. We will be sharing the links to these videos very soon. Let's move to the next slide. All right, we'll play one of it here.
Yeah, I guess we're having some audio difficulties with this. We'll just move ahead with the slides. We'll share the links with you later.
Sure, not a problem. We will be sharing the links in the community groups. You can check it out later. So let's move ahead with the presentation then. All right. So this is the form where you actually register for the solutions challenge. So what you need to do here is, if you have actually taken a look at the form, then you need to be a part of the DSC. So let's say not everyone in the team needs to be part of the DSC, but you need to at least have one teammate who's part of the DSC and of a particular university. Now, since Reva University is a virtual hub, and we have a GDSC in our college, you can, like you can see here, you can go to Reva University and select it there, and then you can form your team and go ahead with solution challenge. Now, let's say you don't have, let's move to the next slide. Let's say you're stuck somewhere or you don't have enough knowledge of a particular technology. Now, this is where all these resources come in use. Let's say you need to learn something in order to build your solution, or you need to you need to practice on a particular technology. So we have all these here self-paced code labs where you can learn by yourself and implement it in your solutions. We have it right from Android basics to web pathways. We also have some tutorial videos if you want to go through, where they are teaching you from scratch, and I highly recommend you to go through these before you actually start building your solution. And if you feel these are not enough, we have our whole playlist, our session recordings, because we had a lot of talented speakers last year talking about various technologies, giving various hands-on workshops. And you can always go to our GDSC Reva University YouTube channel and then view all these videos on specific playlists. Right from VR, we had Android study jams, we have ML coming up very soon. So you can take a look at this. Next slide. So let's say you need a platform to communicate with your fellow beings around the world, if to communicate with Googlers, to communicate with developers around the world, and you need some mentorship throughout your project. So this, you can just have a look at it. We have the Parthian platform, which is an online community. It's just like a Slack or any other normal social community that you can be a part of. A Parthian platform is where you can get all the support and mentorship that you need in order to go ahead with the Solution Challenge 21. Next slide. Right. So let's say you, in order to build a solution for your solution challenge, you need some Google Cloud credits in order to take up few courses. So you can always redeem your Google Cloud credits, and these are the steps in order to redeem the Google Cloud credits. Now, these are if you want some training in a particular domain from Google Cloud. So please make a note of this, and we will also be sharing these links in the WhatsApp community group very soon. Right. So Google Swags are very famous. We all know that, right? We had the 30-day Google Cloud Challenge last time, and we had many people participate in it. And this is what they have earned. They got the Google Cloud bag, they got the T-shirts, some stickers, some free goodies, and we have a lot more coming up where you can win these goodies and certifications and swags. So do stay tuned to the DSC Reva community page, and we have a lot more coming up. And you'll also be getting a certificate of participation. And apart from that, if you need a little more motivation before going to the Solution Challenge 21, you can also take a look at the 2020 Solution Challenge winners. So these are some of the demos that they had come up with. We have one, say, MI Camp, if you can see the last one, that was from India. Next slide. Right. So these are some of the famous, resources that are very famous among developers now. You all know about Android, Firebase, Flutter, TensorFlow, GCP. You can have access to all of these free of cost if you're a member of our GDSC community group. And then once your solution is ready, and if we also have the 2020 Solution Challenge demo day. This is where all the top teams, where we say the ten winners of the Solution Challenge. So they come and they exhibit their project and their solution throughout the world, where other fellow developers and Google executives are there and looking at your project. And this is really a huge thing. So get motivated, and I hope you all build a very good solution for one of those 17 sustainable problems. And it's going to be fun, guys. Trust me. So before we go ahead, I know most of you will have some frequent questions that you need an answer for. So let's just look at the basic FAQs that most of the people have. Next slide. Right. These are some of the FAQs that many people have. You can just look at it. I believe most of your answers are covered here. If you still have any further questions, we are here to answer it. So we'll be open for a couple of minutes just to answer the questions before we move into our next session. All right. If there are no questions, then I think we can move ahead to the next session. Right. We just can't build because we will be having a hackathon next month, and we request you to kindly take part in it because this is an opportunity you don't want to miss. So guys, be there and we'll see you there. So now Diksha will be taking over, where she will be talking about Hashcode, which is another competition by Google. Diksha, over to you.
Thank you, Adarsh. Good evening, everyone. Okay, I think we have a question. Okay, moving ahead. Good evening, everyone. Hope you all are doing fine. So without any further delay, let's get into what Hashcode is. Next slide, please. So what is Hashcode? Hashcode is a team programming competition that is organized by Google. So basically, you pick a team and choose your comfortable programming language and compete. There are 2 rounds in this competition. Next slide, please. So there are 2 rounds in this competition, in which the first round is the online qualification, where you will be given a Google engineering problem to solve. So the top teams that solve this problem will be qualified for the next round, which is also the final round. It is the World Finals. So basically, you will be competing with students across the world, and it is great exposure for you all. And we highly recommend you to take part in Hashcode. Next slide, please. So why should you participate in Hashcode? You get to solve real Google engineering problems. Hashcode problems are based on actual Google engineering issues. Challenges such as automating mobile assembly and design of the layout of Google data center have been covered in the past event. In the archive section of the Hashcode website, you can check the complete list of previous Hashcode problems. Uh, the beauty of Hashcode is that there is no right answer to any of the questions. The problems are optimization problems, meaning you are allowed to refine the solution and apply it again. Each team can apply multiple suggestions for the problem. Hashcode is completely virtual in 2021. So participating in online qualification is an amazing way to communicate with colleagues, peers, and the global developer community. Anyone who competes will join a team of 2 to 4 individuals and choose to join a virtual hub. Since GDSE Reva is a virtual hub, you will be joining through us. So one of the best aspects of Hashcode is that it gives you the ability to share your expertise, work together with other coders while learning and improving programming skills. Next slide, please. Yeah. So now coming to the schedule, the registrations are already open, so you can register now. The links will be shared now. I'll just put it up. So yeah, and so the registration closes on February 24th at 4:30. I hope you guys got the link. So the first round, which is the online qualification, will be held on 25th. Will be held on 25th February from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. to on 26th February. Since it's a competition that's across the world, the timings are a little odd for us. But if you're really interested, I'm sure you'll love to participate in it. So it goes from 25th February at 11 p.m. to 26th February 3 a.m. So it is a 4-hour competition, and the ones who qualify in this round will go to the next round, which is the World Finals, which will be held on April 24th. Next slide, please. So some of the general queries students ask are if they are able to participate individually. Like I said before, Hashcode is a team programming competition, so you cannot participate individually. You must have a team of 2 to 4 members. So what is the age restriction? So in order to participate in Hashcode, each individual must be of the age 18 or above. There is no registration fee to participate in this competition. It's completely free. And regarding certificates, certificates will be rewarded to members of team that submit a solution that that scores at least 1 point during the online qualification or the world finals. You can always check the archive page of the Hashcode website to practice for the online qualification. All the previous year problems have been mentioned there. So please go through that. It'll help you in competing in the Hashcode 2021. So if you guys have any queries, please let me know. Yes. So firstly, you'll have to individually, you'll have to create accounts in Hashcode, and then choose the Hashcode. What do you say? The competition, and then you go to this part. Once you register, once you create a account there, you will get access to the judging system. So where once you do that, one of you can go to the judging system and create a group, and the others can join in that group. And you're also free to leave the group or make a new team before the online qualification starts. Okay, so age 16 and above is yeah. So age 16 and above is for if you're not joining through a virtual hub, then it is 16 and above. But if you're joining through a virtual hub, you'll have to be 18. And I think if you're not joining through a virtual hub, you cannot go to the world finals unless 2 of the team members are at least 18 years of age. So even if you're not joining through virtual hub, you'll have to be 18 years old. At least 2 of the members have to be 18 years old in order to go to the world finals. Any more questions, guys? Questions are in the archive page. I've sent the link where you can register for.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah. Tell me. Yes.
In online qualification, will they give a question and we have to solve that question, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, once you register, you have a demo question right there in the judging system. I'll just give the link in a while. So once you register, you can go to hashcodejudge.withgoogle.com, where you can get the demo question, a predefined question, and with a few cases as to how you should get your answer. You can just go through it so that you can prepare yourself as to how you can get the answer during the February 27th.
Thank you.
Yes, Darshan, if three people are 18 plus and one is 16 years old, you can participate. Any more questions, guys?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Is this only for REVA students or any other can participate in this?
Anyone can participate. Even if you do not have a DSE in your college, you can participate, but you'll have to join REVA University DSE community, and then you can participate. At least one of you. You have to be part of DSE. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you're from REVA or other college.
Okay, thank you.
Any more?
So basically, you see, Hashcode is a competition. So people won't be able to assist you, but then if you have any queries or if you're interested in a particular technology, you will be able to ask us for queries. That's why mainly the community group exists in the first place. So if you need any assistance or if you're stuck anywhere, we'll surely be able to help you out before the session. But if you want any assistance during the Hashcode competition, we will not be providing you any assistance, because Hashcode is all about competing with one another. So your seniors will be competing with you itself. So you cannot expect them to assist you during your event.
And if so, you cannot join individually. So if you want to find team members, you can visit the Facebook page of Hashcode, where you can put up a message and you can connect with people who want to join your team.
Vijayalakshmi, the whole Hashcode is only for a set of few hours. So I don't get you what you mean by all the 4 days will be asked a question. Also, the questions that they ask will totally depend year to year. So to get to know the sequence as to how they ask the questions, you can visit the page and get to know more as to how the questions will be. Well, yes, you'll be having a series of questions, but then the time you would get the question is not different.
I have pasted. I've sent the Facebook page link on in the chat box. If you want to make team members outside REVA University, you can post a message there, and people will connect with you. Any more queries, guys? Any more questions?
If you do not have any questions, thank you a lot for joining this today's sessions. If you have any questions or if you want to revisit the slides that were shown in today's session, this event recording will be uploaded on YouTube within some time. So you can go on YouTube and revisit this session to get to know more about it, or if you're in interest of any particular slides that were shown during the sessions. And then the YouTube links and other links will always be sent in the community group. So do join the group for other session informations and the future sessions we'll be having. We'll be having, like others said, a few Android study, like we had Android study jams, we'll be having ML study jams and so on. We also have a hackathon coming up. So do join the community group to stay updated for more information. Thank you for joining. Have a great day.